To get started, you'll need to log into the WISE Engineering website. You can find it at www.wiseengineering.org. Once the page pops up, select Create an Account, select Teacher Account, and then you will fill in your personal information on this page. And you will click at the bottom, Create an Account. You will then want to log in as yourself into the website, so you can see that I've done that right here. To get to the hydroponics module itself, you will want to select Browse Projects. In the keyword or ID space, go ahead and type in hydroponics. Hit Enter on your computer. The module will pop up and you have two choices. You can preview the module, or you can make a copy of the module for yourself that you can edit to fit the needs of your classroom. We are going to preview the module. When the module opens, it will look something like this. You can see we've started on the introduction page. There are actually 8 different lessons in this module. It begins with students, and this is what students would view, with an introduction of why you would want to grow plants without soil. It moves through the design challenge with students, and their design challenge is to figure out a way in which to grow plants without soil and to create their own watering system. And it gives them some background information. Then it moves into the engineering design process, and it talks to students about the engineering design process. It leaves them with a question and then a space to record their answer. Students then look at the constraints and some of the specifications in the design challenge. And lastly, they have a design journal where they will start to record their thoughts and ideas about how to tackle this design challenge. They will be able to visit their design journal throughout the module. This is the introduction, and then lesson 2 actually moves into the content. It talks about plants and how plants make food. It talks with students about what plants need to do to make their own food, and you can see I'm clicking through some of these. It gives them some questions, it gives them, there's next buttons, there's videos embedded in this, and then about halfway through it gives them a check your knowledge, which is an online quiz where they are able to record their answers. Then it goes back to more content. What do plants do with glucose? Plants and glucose, cellular respiration, another check for their knowledge, and lastly it talks about germination of seeds. Lesson 3 focuses on building a hydroponic system, and when students click into this area, they have some directions to build something very basic in hydroponics and to create their own prototypes that they can then use in class to test out their ideas. Lesson 4 has a place for them to record their data that they collect throughout the process. They have a data table. They have a space to record some additional observations. And then the second part to that has them actually evaluate their prototype. Students then move on into more content where they learn about substrates, watering systems, supports for plants that climb, and different examples of hydroponic systems. This is a part where I then do my introduction and teach them about the hydroponic systems that I have built ahead of time for the whole class to use. I allow students in this next part, in lesson 6, for them to use and sketch the design that we've already created and justify their design, or they can strike out on their own and create something new and different all their own. I give them choices here. Again, they go through and they test and evaluate the redesign or the class design. There's a place for them to record their data and a place for them to evaluate their final design, and then they come up with a final solution and a presentation of their final solution. I like this module because it incorporates the engineering design process. It has lessons about photosynthesis that complement what is being taught in class. And it also incorporates the hydroponics and aquaponics units that I've created ahead of time for students to use and learn about plants and about photosynthesis.